So a massive match at the Principality Stadium taking place this weekend. The Welsh hosting the Fijians. Now, we did see Fiji in action last week up against Scotland. A 40-point defeat for this Fijian side, but they want to bounce back. Wales, this is their first chance to play in November, and both sides need a win here. It will be very interesting to see who is the better side, but in this one, we will be looking through at the lineup, starting with the away side in Fiji, and I have to say, their side is absolutely stacked for this game. A lot of the guys playing this week were not there last week, and this backline is pretty much completely different, but there is a lot of power, a lot of speed, and it could be the difference maker in this matchup. But in the front row, it is Aroni Maui at number 1, number 2, Tavita Ikanaveri, and he is also the Fijian captain for this contest. Number 3, it is Samu Tawake in the locking duo. They have gone with Asoana Silasila at number 4, and Timo Maina Vanua will be at 5, so not really too many changes compared to what we did see in the last match up against Scotland. And the big thing seems to be for Fiji, the forwards are pretty similar, whereas the backline, like I said, they have really thrown some curveballs. In the loose forward trio, it will be Meri Derialangi at number 6, number 7, Kitioni Salawa, and number 8, Ilia Thanakaivate. Anytime that man gets his hands on the ball, he does make meters. We saw it a little bit up against Scotland, but I think Fiji's discipline is what really let them down in the last game, just not really getting ball in hand enough to let those loose forwards get plenty of carries. In the backline, it is Frank Lamani at number 9 and Caleb Muntz at 10. But here are the changes. Number 12, Joshua Tuisova. Number 13, Waisia Nyatalevu, the other co-captain for this side. Just having that as the midfield combo compared to last week, and don't get me wrong, there were some good moments coming from Apasalomi Vota and Tabua Val, but this is experience. These are players who have been there, done that, and I'm sure they'll be up for the Welsh challenge. In the back three, out on the wing, it is going to be Semi Radradra. Out on the other wing, Gita Wanyanyolo. And then at number 15, to close out the starting lineup, it is Vuate Karawalevu. So we don't get to see Armstrong Ravula in the starting lineup. Instead, he will be making his way off the bench, as well as Simeone Kuravoli, who has proven to be quite the super sub for Fiji in the past. But off the bench, it is Sam Matavesi getting his first chance for the Fijians in November. Herete Hetet at number 17, and then Hone Kuroi Duadua as the number 18. Number 19, Masake Vothi with Albert Tuisui at 20. So overall, pretty similar once again to what we did see last week. Simeone Kuravoli at 21, number 22, Isaiah Armstrong Ravula, and number 23, Sareli Mangwala. So I feel like the overall opinion of the side is a lot more people are happy. A lot more people are excited to see this team in action. They're happy with the selection. And overall, I think they're going to be a hard-hitting side throughout the 80 minutes. But their challenges, the Welsh, they are at the Principality Stadium. And when this stadium gets full and the crowd are behind them, the atmosphere is electric and the players want to step up to the occasion. In the front row, it is Gareth Thomas at number 1, number 2, Dewey Lake, who will also be the captain for this Welsh side, and number 3, Archie Griffin. And something that we learned about this Welsh side, definitely after the Rugby World Cup, is they do lack a little bit of experience. There aren't too many guys out there with more than 50 caps under their belt, but they are still developing as a side, finding out the combinations that work. Warren Gatlin's certainly a lot of big decisions to make before they get into that Six Nations in 2025. So these games in November, of course, the last opportunity to be able to do it. Will Rallins will be playing number 4 with Adam Beard slotting in at 5. And then in the loose forward trio, Tame Plumtree at number 6, Tommy Reffel 7, and Aaron Wainwright, one of the more experienced guys out there on the field, will be there at number 8. Thomas Williams starts. He is also an experienced head with Gareth Anscombe as the number 10. In the centre pairing, Ben Thomas at number 12 with Max Llewellyn on the outside at 13. Number 11, this is where we see a debutant for the Welsh, and that is going to be Blair Murray. Now, some people from New Zealand may have heard that name. He did spend a little bit of time at the Crusaders, born in New Zealand, but does qualify for the Welsh international team, signed for the Scarlets, and now the 23-year-old gets his chance at international level. Number 14, Mason Grady, and number 15, Cameron Winnett, to close out this Welsh starting lineup. Off their bench will be number 16, Ryan Elias, number 17, Nicky Smith, and then number 18, Kieran Azarati. Now, the Welsh have decided to go with the 6-2 split here, which is something we didn't see from the Fijians, who did opt for the 5-3, but the other three forward replacements, Christ Chinza at number 19, number 20, James Botham, and number 21, Jack Morgan. He'll be a very handy player to have later on in the game. The type of guy that can get you a turnover late in the contest, lock himself over the ball, can be extremely hard to shift. But the only two back replacements that the Welsh have got are Elias Bevan at number 22 and then number 23, Sam Costello. But this game, it is going to be kicking off at 2:40 a.m. New Zealand time. That is 1:40 a.m. for you guys in Fiji. It's going to be an awesome game. It's going to be an awesome matchup. We will be doing the live commentary for this contest on the channel, so be sure to check that out as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Do let me know what you think of these lineups in the comments down below, and I will see you all for the next one.